Hi.
Where are we?
At the dentist.
Doing what?
Fixing my teeth.
What happened?
Reggie and I were running on Friday, our last day in California. I thought, oh, it'll be a beautiful night for a run. Tripped in a little drainage ditch through the trail and did all this.
Did what? Hey, you can barely notice.
I've always avoided contact sports because I didn't want to get hit in the face or knock out a tooth, and I did both running.
And I've always said running is hazardous for your health.
Red does say that. So if you
That's
see
why
me
I don't do it.
running with a mouth guard from now on. This is why. But we found a dentist with a cancellation at 8:45 on a Monday morning, so we're going to try to get everything fixed up, and hopefully I will look more like myself. And
I think you look beautiful.
yeah. I have scuffs all over my face. No broken bones though, and no sprains.
Turn a little bit
So
more. Yeah.
yeah.
Really see.
Reggie was on this side, so I think I kind of rolled away from him and took the brunt of it with my face.
You got it?
All right, muscles.
There you go. Oh, it's not. No, it's really easy.
Oh, okay.
So you just unlock it here.
Oh, I heard the thing.
Yeah. And then you just pull down. And it does everything for you.
But it doesn't come slamming down, which is good.
No, so it's got these tension springs right here that keep everything locked in, which is good.
We have support legs down below. That's what he's pulling at now. I'll say, yeah, they might be pretty far out on this spot. We're much lower on the front end than the back. They're much more level than this. We're kind of downhill here.
Yeah, we're maxed out high. And then I like to pull these off because, well, so if your feet can't reach, then you do want these because this will still hold the weight with the cables. But I actually like to pull them off if you can, and then I just loop them around here.
And why do you do that?
Because when you put the steps up, this actually comes across it, and so it's just easier to pull it out. You're not using them anyway.
Because you've got the legs
down here.
Yeah.
See, they're not being used, so.
Muscles.
Yes.
Ooh, never seen anything more manly than you carrying the ladder.
Now the question is, how the heck does it work?
We haven't used this yet, so I feel like those bars probably,
They do something.
these probably connect to that, right? Or do they slide through or do something? Because there's definitely hooks there for them to do something.
It seems like it's a rail.
TBD. Roll the tape back.
No.
Yep.
Here we go. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
So, click.
That was hard.
Slide that there. Pull this out. And then this part slides this way. And then there's a little notch.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, sorry, I did that wrong.
Well, get it
The
wrong.
notch is actually this one. So it slides right into there. Then this folds out. And then there's a notch here. Slides into that notch. This flips this way. Slides and locks.
It's like a dance. Flip, slide,
Now we're there.
notch, boom, patio.
Slide in.
Yay. And
Crisscross.
patio
And then
door.
closes here like that.
So, long story short, I was running with Reggie on a trail that we have run on several times. Probably we've gone, I would say probably 30 to 35 miles on that trail since we were staying at our last site. It was a beautiful day and our last day there, and so I said, come on, Reg, let's go on one final run. I had been feeling a little sick earlier in the week, so I was not going to set any sort of record. I just wanted to go on a run at whatever comfortable pace felt good. And so Reggie and I went. We were about 2.5 miles into our run and on our way back, and on a very long, on a long straight path that we had run on our way out and many times before, there was a little drainage ditch that ran across it. I saw it coming. I knew it was there because I was familiar with the path. We started to slow down, and I actually pulled up on his leash to make sure that he slowed down as well and didn't pull me across it. And as we got closer, somehow I still lost my footing, and I thought I could regain my balance, so I gritted my teeth, put my arms out to try to regain my balance, but I think because I was holding his leash back, I really did not have my arms out far enough. They were closer to my body, and I had my eyes open all the way down and realized as I was getting close, ooh, I'm not going to recover from this. I'm not going to be able to regain my footing. So I pitched forward and caught the ground with my face, with my teeth gritted like this, meaning that my teeth and my lip, which you can see here, and my face all hit the ground. I called Brandon freaking out. I thought that I had lost a tooth. Instead, this tooth, I just chipped about a third of it off the bottom. It looked really gross and really scary. Called Brandon to come get me, and I had to walk about half a mile to him because the trail was inaccessible to the road. It went between a gated community and a golf course, and there was no roadside access. So once I got up and realized my tooth was broken, not out of my mouth, and Reggie's harness had come entirely off him, probably the momentum of my body pulling it, because I do attach his harness to a belt that I wear so that I have my hands free. And he was totally out of his harness, but he was just sitting there waiting for me like, what are you doing on the ground? Let's go. So fortunately he was not hurt. I leashed him. We walked about another half mile or so to where Brandon picked us up, and he asked me if I had broken bones or sprains or anything like that. And at that point I felt nothing because I was so focused on the tooth. It was after hours on a Friday night, and so we could not, as a new patient, traveling, I could not get in anywhere. Everybody was closed, or their dentists were not going to be back until Monday morning, and I knew we were leaving on Saturday. The whole reason we went on one last run was because we knew we were moving the next day. And so I called my dentist back home, the emergency line. He called me back and verified that my jawbone was not broken, my cheeks were not broken, my teeth were not pushed up into my gums, anything like that. And he said, okay, you'll be fine until Monday. Go find yourself a dentist where you're at, and when you come back to Colorado, I will do whatever needs to be done to get your smile looking good. I have gone to him for a little while now. I did Invisalign with his office. I chose him as a dentist because he focuses on cosmetic dentistry. And so, I've always taken very good care of my teeth. That's part of the reason I don't do contact sports typically, is I always say I don't want to hit my face and I don't want to knock any teeth out. And here I did it anyway, just on a casual jog with Reggie, something that I've been doing regularly with him since about July. Kind of sporadically before that, but in July I felt like my pants were getting a little snug and I wasn't moving enough being in the RV just during the day, and so I started taking him running with me, and we've really enjoyed that. So we run multiple times a week, several miles a week, and this was definitely not planned or anything I wanted to have happen. Saturday we moved the trailer. My face was super banged up. My tooth was cracked. I looked like a mess. I did not want to get out of the truck anywhere and be seen. I had to get out a few times and spot for Brandon to make sure that we weren't going to end up with a trailer swing issue at the gas station, stuff like that. But I had my hair covering the side of my face and I was keeping my mouth closed. I had to drink a milkshake for lunch because I could not eat any food. My teeth were very sore. So we got to our site. I was very tired Saturday night. Fortunately, no other medical issues. No broken bones, no sprains, no concussion or head trauma. Just a lot of scuffs on my face, my teeth, these 4 teeth. If you look at them closely, it looks like when you drop something hard in a stone slab, very scuffed up. And so we got everything set up, and then Saturday night I went to bed early. Sunday I just kind of laid around, didn't do anything. So Monday morning at 8:03, like 3 minutes after a local dentist opened, I called and told them what was going on, and they said, come on in, let's check it out. And you can see they fixed the cracked tooth. About the lower third of it was cracked off. They did fix that for me so that I did not have to walk around looking like that. It was pretty jarring. Steele, our 9-year-old, would, anytime he would talk to me, was just staring in my mouth the whole time and very weirded out by it. So anyway, I went over there, they took x-rays, and the bad news is when I fell, my 2 front teeth moved, and it made the nerve connection disconnect. So now those are both dead teeth. They are no longer getting blood supply, and the only way to save a dead tooth like that is a root canal. So I am getting root canals on both of my front teeth next week. She wanted to wait a little bit because they have seen so much trauma. All 4 of these teeth are still a little mobile, which is why I'm wearing my retainer. Fortunately, I did Invisalign. I have retainers, so that is bracing everything in place, kind of like a cast would, so the other teeth can heal. She checked these 2, and they're still responding like they should. They're still alive. They're still getting blood flow, which is great. But yeah, these other 2 are going to need a root canal and then a crown or a veneer or something like that. When your tooth dies, it can get discolored. It gets very brittle. But she said, implants and some of the other dental options you don't really want to do in the front of your mouth because the bone that holds your teeth disintegrates and it aesthetically does not look right. It looks unusual. I'm only 38 years old. I don't want to wear dentures or anything like that. And so here's where we're at. I'm grateful that it was not worse. When Brayden came to get me, Brielle heard him say, "Are you okay?" and run out the door. And she said she thought that I had been hit by a car, that Reggie had run away, that we had been attacked by someone. Part of the reason I do run with a 70-pound dog is to prevent people or animals from attacking me. If you're a petite woman, you know running is not the safest activity in that regard. However, I did not think this would be an issue, running. But anyway, I'm glad I have no broken bones and I'm fine. But I'm frustrated. I am frustrated with the fact that an activity I have done for a while with Reggie, an activity that, all the things I thought might go wrong that day were not what happened. It was something I was not expecting to be an issue. And anytime my body fails me, I get frustrated with it. I'm very much a type A, achievement-driven perfectionist. And so aging in general has been hard on me in that regard because I like to do, and that's part of Life Live Now, is that we're living now. We're not waiting till we're retired, but also it's because I want to cram as much experience into my life as possible. So to injure myself in what feels like such a ridiculous way is incredibly irritating and humbling at the same time. I know that my teeth will be fixed. I'm grateful that I live in a time when cosmetic dentistry is a thing. I live in a place where there are cosmetic dentists everywhere. My smile would not look like it does now without braces. So I'm fully aware that I'm very lucky and I have a lot to be grateful for, that I did not end up way worse or in a worse situation. But now I'm at the point where I have to get back on the horse. Running with Reggie is something we both really enjoy. He sees me put shoes on and gets excited, thinking he's going with me. And for me, it's a great like stress reliever, way to relax and chill. And because we've been running so much on the road, I was starting to get in a really good place with running. If you've ever attempted running, you know it's hard at first, especially when you haven't done it in about 10-ish years. It's very hard and you feel like your chest is going to explode, and you know there's that whole part of it. And Reggie and I both were getting in really good shape where we were able to run far, we were able to run fast, all the things. And now I'm a little scared that, you know, if I could do all of this running, what else could I do? Could I injure myself worse? Is it worth it? And as somebody who likes to be active, that's a hard place to be in. So I'm going to take Reggie on walks until my knees are all healed up. They're very scuffed up too, like my face, probably worse than my face. And so my legs, I know, are definitely not quite ready yet to pick up the pace. But I also, as a goal-oriented person, don't want to lose the progress we've made too. So I'm finding that balance at this point of what can I safely do, what do I need to rest and relax, and all of that. I will say it's a little more inconvenient on the road because I'm not at home with my dentist where I can schedule appointments, and if something breaks I can go in the next week or whatever. I have to be very careful with this tooth because of where the composite is. It can chip off easily, and that's why we're going to have to cap that tooth anyway after the root canal. So at this point I'm trying to chew very carefully on the sides of my mouth so that I don't damage it again, and I'm not looking forward to, now that's something I'm going to have to be a little more careful about, but it is what it is. So Reg and I are going to get back on the horse.